Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Hello everyone, my name is The Dark Hollow, and today we're going to be playing some Dark Souls 3. Let me just enter my name here, The Dark Hollow. Yes, so I hope you're all having a very great day. Today is the 28th of January. I am doing this playthrough to get a better understanding of the Dark Souls lore. To give you my interpretation of the lore, to ask you guys questions and hopefully have a little bit of discussion around it. I only have Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1 on my computer, and I'm doing a little bit of a playthrough with a friend of mine of Dark Souls 1, so I didn't want to do two of the same playthroughs for the same game. And I don't have a PlayStation 4, unfortunately. I sold mine about 4 years ago. And that means that I do not have any way to play Bloodborne right now. Though I hope in the future I may be able to buy or borrow a PS4 to play some Bloodborne with you guys. Because honestly, that is my favorite Souls game. My favorite Miyazaki game is Bloodborne. Though Dark Souls 1 is a close second with how good the level design of the first half of Dark Souls 1 is. And Dark Souls 3 is pretty good too. I didn't complete Dark Souls 2 because I wasn't too big on it, though. I might be able, we might be able to play it at some point. I might be down to do that. So for our guy, Mr. Dark Hollow, I already made a little bit of a preset. Let's see. Yeah. So this is actually a really accurate representation of what I look like in real life. People say I'm quite dashing, and I am quite handsome, though I've been quite generous to myself. I must say I'm nowhere near that muscular in real life, though I try to be close. Also, my game has some issues right now, which makes it lag every couple of minutes or so, just a little lag spike. I'm gonna keep an eye on how bad it's gonna be. Um, but if it continues to be really bad, I might have to look into that. I might have to either change my graphic settings or see what other options I have, because it does get a little bit frustrating at times. Though in general the game is actually pretty smooth on my system. So age is fine with me. We're young. We're young and virile. Virile? Yeah, I think that's the word. I'm not a native English speaker, by the way. I am Dutch actually, so I will have a pretty thick accent, and I will suck in English maybe a little bit. But I hope to improve. I hope to be better. Anyways, burial gifts. We're gonna go for the young white branch. Actually, let's go from the top. Let's go from the top. Yeah, our burial gift is gonna be it's gonna be a young white branch, and I'll tell you guys why in a bit. But first, we're gonna look at all the descriptions of the items. Life ring. Ring set with a small red jewel. Raises maximum HP. Divine blessing. Warm, blessed holy water. Fully restores HP and cures ailments. Hidden blessing. Pure, blessed holy water. Fully restores FP. Black firebomb. Firebomb charged with a special black powder. An uncouth gift for the departed. An uncouth gift for the departed. Uncouth, I think, means ill-fitting and not inappropriate gift for the departed. Fire gem. Material used to upgrade to fire weapons. More appropriate for warrior than pretty trinkets. That makes sense. Though I wonder why the black firebomb is an uncouth gift compared to the others. I guess because it's just black powder, and this is like, these are divine blessings and a ring and a gem. So these, yeah, I can see where they're coming from. The sovereignless soul of one who slept beside you. The sovereignless soul of one who slept beside you. So, like a loved one, I would assume. Used to acquire many souls. Rusted gold ring. Coin. Excuse me. Rusted gold coin. Burial item for good fortune after death. Greatly increases item discovery for a short while. Cracked red eye orb. Cracked red eye orb. Online play item. One use only. Become a dark spirit and invade another world. So it's just the invading item. Which this game, it has online functions. You can, it's basically a single player game, but you can invade other people and attack them or work together to beat bosses and levels. Unfortunately, I do not have online access right now, which is like a pretty long story, but I'm hoping to get that set up in the future. And then the last item is the young white branch. Branch of a young white birch. Perhaps an offering of peace. Can be used to blend into environment, but only once. So it says that the use is to blend into the environment, but there's actually another use, which is really useful. And I'll certainly elaborate on that when we come to the point when it becomes useful. So I think our guy is done. So during that little cinematic, I realized that I completely forgot to look at the classes, um, and I might edit a little bit of. I might look at the classes later and then edit it. One of the lag spikes. It's pretty bad, but we're gonna try to set that up, and I hope it doesn't ruin the video too much. So yeah, keep in mind, guys. I have never uploaded a video to YouTube ever. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I thought about doing it a lot, but I just didn't have the time, or I wasn't in the right mindset because I have been having some mental health issues, I would say, for quite a while. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna elaborate on that. We can talk about that more later. For now, let's get into the game. So this place, it's called the Cemetery of Ash, and basically, yeah, it's just a big cemetery. It's really run down too. Let me just turn on the volume a little bit. It's a little bit low on my end. Oh, oh, oh. I have never been one for parrying. I hope to maybe learn it during this playthrough, but I might very well never be able to parry consistently, that is. I just can't nail the timing. I don't know what it is. So, let's look at our items real quick. Estus Flask. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfires and drink to restore HP. The journey of an undead has always traced the bonfires, and no journey of import has been made without an Estus Flask. Ashen Estus Flask. Undead treasure these dull ashen flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfires and drink to restore FP. Quite befitting of an unkindled, an ashen Estus flask turns a bonfire's heat cold. So, I remember from an Estus flask is like a bottle that contains a little bit of the flame of the bonfire. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's what an Estus flask is. So this is uh, this is the same, except the bonfire's heat or the fire has been made cold, and in that, because it's cold, it apparently restores FP, which I don't know what FP stands for, honestly. We'll have to we'll have to look that up later. Young white branch. Branch of a white birch received from somebody. Apparently, this was once a token of friendship, used to become something that blends into the surroundings, though the branch will unfortunately be consumed. Perhaps more important. Little clue in that last line that maybe it's better to not use it. Although I think in Dark Souls 1 the pendant also has this... No, never mind. Dark Sign. The Dark Sign is the sign of an accursed undead. The Dark Sign returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, or the bonfire at Firelink Shrine, but at the cost of all souls held. Carriers of the Dark Sign are reborn after death, and eventually lose their minds, turning hollow, and so it is that they are driven from their homelands. Black Separation Crystal. A charm of farewell granted to banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes. Or you back to yours. Beware of the fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relations. So, Way of the White Circlet. Online play item. Restore the connection to other worlds. Those who engage in unjust deeds when in contact with other worlds will lose their connection to them. Way of White Circlet assumes such sin as their own, but are found few and far between. Way of White Circlets assume such sin as their own. I don't really understand that sentence, but whatever. Acting without honor will never be without risk. So yeah, the Dark Sign is, as I understand it, it's a ring of fire created by Gwyn during the creation of the first flame. That binds the darkness of humans. It binds our humanity. It contains that which makes us human. Though I also understand that the soul that we have, our consciousness in a sense, is granted to us by the gods. So they bind us in one sense, but they make us who we are in the other sense. I hope a lot of the stuff I'm saying is gonna make sense for those who have not played Dark Souls 1. Because the lore in this game, it gets pretty convoluted. I don't know why I used that word. Time is convoluted. Lore is convoluted. Whatever. So let's take care of this archer real quick. I like how the projectiles are like so slow. You really don't have to get hit unless they shoot at you from the back or while you're busy fighting other people. I think there's like 2 guys here. Yep. Oh. And because I suck at parrying, I'm gonna probably try to do a lot of backstabs and block my way through the game. I'm gonna try to do a lot of blocking. Though I haven't really thought about what kind of build I want to do. Honestly, it can go either way. We can go like, we can do whatever. Ooh, those lag spikes, they're bad. They're not good. So let's get out of here. I don't want to fight this guy quite yet because he's not the most fun enemy to fight. I think we're a little bit under level 2, perhaps. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I'm gonna get to the bonfire. This game, by the way, is really gorgeous. Just look at these vistas. Yeah, that's pretty. So, I think it was Aegon of Astura during his blind playthrough from back in the day, who said this reminds him of the Undead Asylum from Dark Souls 1. Which I can see, because you never see mountains like this in... Oh my god, the lag. Let's hope it gets better. Look at the castle. I love this castle. I love the design of like the medieval colossal structures in this game and all the Souls games basically. Let's kindle the bonfire. Or light the bonfire rather. So that is the bell tower, I think. Yeah.